Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to follow round 11 of EFL. And this week we'll be driving in Germany, home track for VRT Shape and Tevat TT in EFL. Like I said, welcome to the pre-race broadcast. I'm just gonna invite last of the drivers. Everybody's, I believe, gotten an invite, and we have already a first comment. But I really hate them when people are in online mode. But then I'm writing people's names wrong. That's the thing. Yeah, it's. Bear with me, guys. I believe I might have to watch the names of the drivers in of EFL who have got an invite, who have not. And hey, buddy, yeah, hello, New Zealand Cam. And currently we have 12 drivers because I'm a spectator mode, and voice is good. So yeah, Lewis isn't invited. So let's just take 3 random drivers. First driver we're gonna get is VRT Shape to the party for the interviews. This is his home track, and he's second place in the World Drivers' Championship in EFL. So he's the first driver we're gonna get. We're gonna get 3 to 4 drivers because I want to get most of these drivers to the interviews because we've missed way too many in previous races. So and okay, the voice is very sexy. Voice is good. And Alfonso writing good luck for everybody as I'm waiting for Alfonso for VRT Shape to join the party. As we're waiting for him, we can talk about other stuff. I can check have everybody got an invite or not. I believe everybody has gotten an invite. I can confirm everybody has gotten an invite. Oh, that's what I believe. I will check the list, but waiting for VRT Shape to join the party. And there we go. Our German driver driving in his home track in Hockenheim. Ladies and gentlemen, VRT Shape.
What's up?
How you doing? VRT Shape, home track, Hockenheim, German race, only German Grand Prix this season in the EFL. Thousands of people, 20,000 in the stands, and millions at home watching you drive today. What is your atmosphere for this race today?
I just need to win. I need to win.
You need to win. Is that your primary object? No second place, no third place, no DNFs. Only the win is good for Germany here today.
Yeah, only the win.
Only the win. So, is that your final message for the viewers? Do you have anything else to say to our lovely fans who are watching you in Germany, in the world at the moment?
Actually, yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's a good worldwide yeah announcement from VRT Shape. Remember that yeah. That's his winning speech when he wins today in EFL. That's the next world champion of EFL you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you very much, VRT Shape. You may go and good luck for the race.
Take it.
There we go. We heard VRT Shape. We really heard him, and he said yeah, he's about to win this race. So the second driver we're gonna get is actually the championship leader, Alfonso Gomez, to the party. So let's get the championship leader, Alfonso Gomez, the El Matador, the championship leader in EFL. So we'll get his words, his comments for today's race. Invitation sent to Alfonso Gomez, and there we go. If you viewers who don't know, this is pre-race broadcast where we interview drivers before the race. We get 3 to 4 drivers to interview, and ladies and gentlemen, your driver's championship leader at the moment, he's about to win World Drivers' Championship in EFL. Mercedes driver, Spanish El Matador, Alfonso Gomez, ladies and gentlemen. So, Alfonso, Germany, yeah. You're in a hostile environment. A lot of Germans here watching today. You need to beat VRT Shape today. So, what's your strategy on beating VRT Shape and other Germans here today in Hockenheim?
It's not that hostile because Mercedes is a German team, so kind of it's like it's not Spain, but it's like my second house, let's say like that. But if not, Shape, I've seen he's faster than me at qualifying at least. So I'll try to beat him in strategy or keep him DRS and overtake him, like keeping stopping, or help my teammate to win some positions.
So you're saying that your best strategy is the race pace. So you believe the race pace of Mercedes today is better than the race pace in Racing Point. So you're saying they can beat you in qualifying, but in the race you have better pace than them. Is that what you're saying to the viewers?
Yeah, I hope so, because if not I'll have a problem. But I hope Shape gets in problems or stuff like that. And there's some tricky corners, so you know everything can happen. And with the long stretch we have here, it's really common to keep the distance with DRS if the pace isn't too much bigger for the other. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Alfonso. Good luck for the race. Our championship leader, Alfonso Gomez, in Mercedes. Of course, Mercedes home track also. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we get 2 more drivers to here interview box. We'll get Gavin YouTube, who's basically debuting here in EFL. So we'll invite him because he's in a party. I have to invite him manually. So we'll invite him. Then we'll invite one more driver, and then we're gonna hear the national anthem of Germany, and afterwards it's party on, rock and roll, as they say in the movies. So we'll invite Gavin YouTube to the party. So yeah, so we'll wait for Gavin YouTube to join, and then it's party on, rock and roll. And of course we'll get one more driver to the interview box, probably Jack or little Manino. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Gavin YouTube in an interview box here today. Good evening, Gavin.
Hello.
Do you have a voice sharing on?
Voice sharing?
Voice sharing, yeah, this is an interview. We're in a live
yes,
stream at the
of course.
moment.
Yes.
Alright, so, Hockenheim, you debut here in Germany. Thoughts about the track?
Hockenheim, I raced it yesterday in DBS, got my first win in the league. I really like the track and probably gonna do no ABS on the track, so let's hope for a good result.
So we have a lot of Germans here today. We have German fans, millions watching at home, thousands in attendance. So what is your message for the viewers and for the fans as you debuted here in the EFL in home of Formula 1, basically in Germany?
Yeah, this isn't my home race, but for the other people.
But home race on Formula 1, like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the track is really good. It's quite old track, I think. Like I kind of like the track, some kind of hard points, and not my favorite track at all. But yeah, hopefully other people like the track so they can get a good result.
Yeah, thank you very much. And to answer your message in the chat, you choose your car when countdown starts. So to answer you. Alright, so good luck for the race and thank you for joining to our pre-race podcast.
Yes.
And final driver who we're gonna have here, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be Jack Meyer. So we'll just invite him to the party and hear what the world's driver has to say for himself as we're starting the race in Hockenheim, and we'll hear the national anthem of Germany. As I'm watching the messages, what people are writing. Before we start, we're gonna hear the national anthem of Germany, but before that we have a new driver, Jack Meyer. He reserved in Austria, but now he is reserving right here in Germany. So good evening, Jack.
Good evening.
You have a voice sharing on, am I correct?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have your voice sharing on?
Yes, I do.
Alright, so second race in the EFL and first time in Germany. What are your feelings about the track?
I've been a little bit successful in other leagues around this track, so I have great confidence, but I don't expect anything special.
You don't expect anything special. Do you have any message for the viewers who might be rooting for you? Any message for the IRL people? Anything? Anybody who is rooting for you here today in Hockenheim?
If there is actually anyone, thank you, but I'm probably not going to make it past lap 1.
Alright, thank you very much. That was your reserve driver, Jack Meyer, Welsh driver for the interviews. Thank you very much and good luck for the race.
Thank you.
And before we start the race today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you that please take your hats off for the national anthem of Germany. So, ladies and gentlemen, all spin sign at the national anthem of Germany. And that was the national anthem of Germany, ladies and gentlemen. National anthem of Germany, and here we go. Now we get to race. Now, everybody, if you get ready up, we are going for the Grand Prix of Germany, Hockenheim, and it's bang banging, gang banging, hustling and muscling, shaking and baking. What do we want to say about German Hockenheim Grand Prix? One of the most legendary tracks in all of Formula One. Maybe the most legendary one. We remember the races in 2019. Remember the races in 2018. We remember the races in 2017. Vettel's crashes, Wayne's, Kvyat's podiums, Verstappen's wins, Leclerc's crashes, Vettel's last place to second place, Vettel's crashes. It's like magical place in Formula One. The Wayne races in 2008, 7, 9. It's one of the most historical tracks in all of Formula One. And you get to witness it right here in EFL. Yes, so you do. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure that this race today is not going to be boring. This race today, I will swear it on my life, this race will be interesting. I can tell you that. And I'm being serious. This race is going to be the most historical race we've ever seen in EFL. But as I'm taking my commentator's role at the moment, I have to calm a little bit down, as it's going to be time for the race in EFL. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to follow round 11 of EFL in Germany, Hockenheim. I'm your commentator and owner of EFL, Eric the Lightning Salama. And like I said, we're racing today in Germany, Hockenheim, one of the most legendary tracks in all of Formula One. 16 corner track, average lap time pace is around 114 to 115. Germans' home track, only race this season for Germany, as Nürburgring hasn't been racing since 2013. Home race for Can W, Terap TG, Lewis W, and VRT Shape. So crowd and government are going to watch their performances more closely than any other drivers, and of course that Mercedes team, which is German, their performances will also be watched very heavily. But to the fans, they're probably going to hope that German driver wins the German race, which is pretty normal, but some might even be in Mercedes side. Who knows? Who knows about life? Who knows? Who knew that Corona would hit the Earth? But luckily, when COVID-19 hit the Earth, it didn't affect EFL schedule at all, as we are racing in EFL, as it's We have 3 viewers at the moment, so if you're just tuning in to EFL, do not adjust the TV sets. I'm your owner and commentator of the night, Eric the Lightning Salama, and you're watching the stream of Germany's Hockenheim. 16 corner track, average lap time pace is 1:14 to 1:15. Lap record is Rubens Barrichello's 1:10.1 lap time, as we have already many drivers in the track going with the mediums and hard tires, so that's going to be very, very interesting to see that what these drivers are going to do in the end. Are any of these drivers going to qualify with soft tires or not? And I believe I'm trying to look for the first driver who is going to set a flying lap, as currently I believe the closest driver who is setting a lap is going to be, as I'm my lucky charms, okay, it's going to be Gavin YouTube. Gavin, who's actually debuting right here in EFL. I know he won Monday's race in DBF1, which was in Germany, so he's very strong in this track as he already has experience, but he also said that he's practicing no ABS and he already invalidated his lap. And reason I know this is because my full map turned from white to red. And we'll see, now we have Harta who is in his lap, and he survived the corner 1 much better than Gavin YouTube did, so I assume we can see his lap. And we have yellows in sector 3, so probably just some drivers slowing down not to get held up in their laps. And Hart's sector 1 time is 16:108. With the medium tires, that's very, very, very impressive. With soft tires, I could imagine you could go to 15.5, 15.6s if you nail the first corner or the first sector brilliantly. He just did at corner 6 of corner 6 hairpin. It doesn't have any other name than the hairpin corner. Now it's coming towards the corner 7, breaking points of corner 8 and 9. Just tell a little bit about the track and corners if some viewers don't know. Corner 10 is next, and yellows in sector 1, but nobody has retired from the session, so we'll leave it as that. Sector 2 time is 53.65. Now he's coming towards the last corners of corner 11, Weddell's corner of corner 12 of Sards, where he apologized Sachs, where Weddell crashed out 2 years ago. Corner 14. Corner 15, and then finally corner 16, and we'll see what's going to be the first time set in EFL in Germany, and it is going to be 1:12.8, which is a very impressive lap, but we'll see what Ferrari driver Semi Larrigan can do, as he can do nothing because he just started his lap, and Eduk is also starting his lap. Do we have any drivers in their laps? As we have Candabi, who set at 13.1 with the hard tires, and also Little Manino, who set at 13.1 with the hard tires, Tace Lua 13.4 with the hard tires, Jack Meyer 13.5. Do we have any other driver who's going to set a lap time or not? I'm trying to keep a look at eye on any single driver here today, as Lewis W is starting his lap, so is Panos, and Alfonso Gomez, the championship leader of EFL, is about to set a flying lap time, and what's going to be, is going to be new pole position time, and yes it is, that's why he's the championship leader, 1:12.2 with hard tires, which is a very impressive time from the Spanish Mercedes driver. But do we have, can VRT save, or Semi Larrigan challenge to that time, as they're doing the times with the soft tires, surprisingly. So that's really surprising, they're doing their lap times with the soft tires. But we have Gavin YouTube, as said, debuting here in EFL, Dutch driver, so as we know, Dutch drivers like Max Verstappen are very fast in Formula 1, so I hope he's following his heritage. As you have yellows in sector 1, we'll see what lap time Gavin is about to do, and Gavin sets 1:13 and flat, which moves into P3 position. Hudson moves himself to P2 with 12.8. Can W is P5, Jack Meyer goes P7, and we have Semi Larrigan, who sets a lap time of 1:13.2, who moved P7. But then we had Eduk, the Finnish driver, who set it at 1:12.9 with hard tires and put it himself to P3 position. So 2 Finns and a Spanish driver running up the top 3. What else to say? Drivers going to the pit, also sector 2 and sector 3, but nothing major really happening, nobody DNFing or crashing. But now we have Tim Titi, who lost his car, but luckily he's in an out lap. Abel, Mercedes, Alfonso's teammate Abel is in his lap, and we'll see what lap time he's about to do. He, in my opinion, is he going to improve or not? Is he about to do a good lap time or not? If he does a 1:13, he will promote himself to P3 or P4 position, and he does a 1:12.8, and so that's a front row lockout for the Mercedes drivers with a hard tires and a front row lockout. So this reminds me of a real Formula 1 season where Mercedes dominates. Doesn't matter what tires they take, What only matters is they always do the front row lockout. You can put any other driver in that Mercedes car in real life and they always do the front row lockout. Is it Mika Häkkinen, Valtteri Bottas, Heikki Kovalainen, Lewis Hamilton? It doesn't matter. Always front row lockout for Mercedes, AMG Petronas. But this is not real life. This is EFL F1 and that's why we're racing. And Tace Lee was about to set a lap time of 1:13.5, which promotes him to P9 position. Very impressive stuff from the young Irish driver in and also the youngest race winner of EFL, as little Manino is messed up his lap time, so I assume he would go back to the pits. And if you have any questions, viewers, I'm more than happy to answer them, as Tsivaptitsi has invalidated his lap time as it's red in my screen. But viewers, if you have any comments, just write them to me. I will answer everything you're gonna ask me. It's your good chance to get some TV time. And you can ask me about Formula 1, basketball, life itself, anything you want. I will try to answer them as quickly as possible, as we have quiet moments at the moment in EFL. These 16 drivers are going to the pits right now and doing the second stints very shortly. As I'm going to quickly check, do we have any new comments? We have 5 viewers, but we have Jamie 2.0, also known as Eric Salama 2.0. I like that you took my name. I really appreciate it. It's good to hear that sexy commentary voice again. Well, thank you very much, Jamie. I missed it myself also, and yeah, it's very sexy. You're right. You're a smart guy, Jamie. You're a smart guy. You know, I always I pleasure myself to my own voice. I usually record my voice with a recording. Then I play it before I go to sleep, and it gives me stimulation, and I fell asleep better. But anyways, this is. We have some drivers in the track at the moment. We have 6 viewers at the moment, so welcome new viewers to EFL Round 11 Season 1. Do not adjust the TV sets, because this is qualifying of Hockenheim in EFL, and after this the race is about to go underway. But Alfonso is leading the championship by 55 points to German driver Beat Shape, and this is his home track. And in P3 position is another German driver, the Tsivaptitsi, who promoted himself to P2 position with the 1:12.5, splitting the 2 Mercedes drivers, and a very impressive lap from Tsivaptitsi in his home track. And we have yellows in sector 2. Probably yeah, Jack Meyer is in his lap. Jack Meyer, who is also doing his second race in EFL, as I believe Pierre did a 1:12.9 with the soft tires, so he's the first driver to actually set a lap with the soft tires. And as known, how often the safety car comes to the track, it might not be such a bad strategy, but Jack Meyer moved himself to P5 position with 1:12.897, so it's very, very impressive lap time from Jack Meyer in the Renault car, of course, Jack Meyer being a reserve of EFL. And we have a Racing Point car letting Jack Meyer go. They didn't realize that he was in his lap. And Alfonso Gomez says, was a good lap, but with slipstream I could do a 1:11.9, which is very impressive lap with the hard tires, but you can't count on slipstream, Alfonso. As a championship leader, you should know that you need to make the lap count even without slipstream. If it comes, then it comes, then it's a very good choice, but 2 drivers make the laps even without slipstream, as you have shown here today. You're currently in P1, as yellows in sector 2 and sector 3. We have Gavin YouTube, who is in his lap. And we'll see what lap time he's about to set in this qualifying session. So Gavin YouTube is coming towards the last corners of this track, and we'll see, is the Lady Fortune going to be on his side or not. It looks like really fast lap, as Ken W does at 1:11.9, which promotes him to P1 at the moment. But it's with medium tires, and Gavin YouTube with hards did a 1:12.6, only 1:10 behind of his Williams teammate Tsivaptitsi. Williams, who is leading the Constructors' Championship at the moment in EFL. In second place is Mercedes, and in third place is Red Bull. So, as currently Red Bull drivers are not doing such a good job in this Hockenheim track. But we'll see what Eduk does. He's about to mess up his lap, as Hartzer goes P1 by 1:11.8, but the lap has been done with soft tires. But of course, if the safety car comes in lap 1, then he's pretty much safe for the race. That's what I think of at least, if I have any knowledge of Formula 1 at all. Taze Leroy, he's running out of VRS. So we'll actually follow Panos, the Greek driver, pretty new for EFL. They debuted last week in Silverstone, but he's a very fast driver, finished in P4 in his debut last race, so he's man to look out, and he invalidated his lap as he ran wide of that corner before sector 2 ending. As Lewis W is letting his teammate go, his teammate Viati Sape, who is still running with the soft tires, I can't really understand why on earth would you that sort of talk. Okay, but if the safety car would come, then I would really much understand why he would try to go for the soft tires. And we have Taze Leroy, the youngest race winner of EFL, race winner from Canada and Austria, age of 11, winning his first races and being in 4th place in the Drivers' Championship, just behind of German drivers and Alfonso Gomez. As he runs very wide, but we'll see what lap time he's about to do. He did a 1:13 and 2, but it was invalid. It wasn't actually invalidated, but it moves him behind his teammate Little Manino. And we can actually follow New Zealand Cam, who's actually invalidated his lap at this stage. So once again, if you have any questions, just write them to me in the stream and I will try to answer them as quickly as possible while how my powers are gonna available me to answer those questions, as we have currently 3 minutes 52 seconds left of the qualifying session. And once again, owner commentator of EFL, Eric the Lightning Salama, also known as Grandmaster Sexy Eric, as Viati Sape is now just finishing his lap, coming towards the last corners of Hockenheim, driving in his racing point. Millions of Germans watching him in attendance, millions of Germans watching him at home and thousands in attendance, and he's not performing and he's actually crashed out. The Bottle Lele of Viati Sape has struck again, and that's his qualifying over, and the German driver, the favourite to win this Grand Prix, it has crashed out. So Viati Sape continues his DNF streak, but now it's in qualifying, and which is really unfortunate for Sape, as this is his home track, and he said before this race the only thing what matters to him is the victory from this race. So DNFing in qualifying and not setting a lap time is not really going to help the case for Viati Sape, but we never know what's going to happen in the race. So that's quite unfortunate for the German driver, in my opinion. Very unfortunate. I didn't expect Viati Sape. He won the last race in Silverstone, finished P3 in Austria. I thought that he started to be a little bit more consistent, but making that kind of mistake in pit lane and just crashing out, losing his tire is unacceptable for a driver like that. But in the race he can actually, well, he can improve, but it's gonna be a hard race for him. 4 minutes remaining of the qualifying, and currently Hartze has pole position, but with soft tires. Can W in P2, German driver Alfonso Gomez in P3 with the hard tires, Sebab Titi P4 and Gavin Newton P5 in his debut. Able teammate of Alfonso Gomez in P6, so it's very impressive, and we'll see what lap times they're about to do when they take the medium tires. Are they going to be able to challenge Scandabi and Hartze for their front row lockouts, or for P4 position, P2 or P3 positions? And we have actually first driver who set a lap time as Little Manino slows down, and we'll see what Pierre is about to do. Pierre, who will be racing next week in Hungary, his home Grand Prix in EFL. Very impressive driver, P6 in the Drivers' Championship, just behind his teammate New Zealand Cam, who is in P5 position. So 2 Red Bull drivers in P5 and P6, very consistent with each other. And we'll see what Pierre Hansen is about to do, and he does a 1:12 and 3, which promotes him to P4 position, but with the soft tires. But still, it's very impressive. He gets to qualify in the front row lockout, not exactly front row lockout, but in the front with the rest of the guys at the moment. And we'll see what New Zealand is about to do. He's about to start his lap. Nothing yet. Hartze has already invalidated his lap, so we don't have to watch that anymore. Sebab Titi, we're gonna follow his lap around this beautiful Hockenheim track, 16 corner track, and he's actually driving with the soft tires, maybe because of the safety cars and other reasons. Actually, want to check, is the safety car even on? Did I forget? Yeah, safety car is on. Formation lap is on. Thank God. Thank God for that. If I would have taken the safety car off accidentally, it would have been quite silly of me. But usually I remember those kind of stuffs, but it can always happen. But we'll see. It's about to took purple in sector 1, so we'll see what it's about to do in other sectors as he's coming towards the Weddell corners pretty shortly. I said, Sebab Titi, who is in P3 position in Drivers' Championship, just behind his German companion Viati Sape, and he does a 1:48, improving by over 1 second of his lap time. But of course he's driving with the soft tires, but still we know that Sebab Titi, he's a very fast driver in this league. And we'll see what lap time he's about to do, as I want to see a better camera angle. He's coming towards the corner 16, was a little bit wide, he gets slips in from the McLaren ahead, and it's going to be pole position. It's going to be 1:10 and 7. Impressive lap time from the German driver Sebab Titi, and I don't know does he have enough fuel or not, but he's going to have to settle with that lap time. as Edu will not be improving in Sector 1 as he's 1 second down on his personal best. But Alfonso Gomez, also he will not be improving at the moment, or he's just giving slipstream to his teammate who is in a lap. Where is Gavin YouTube? Gavin YouTube is coming towards the final corners of this track, and we'll see what Tsevaptiti's teammate can do, and he sets a 1:12.4. It doesn't promote him to any position, and he stays in P7 with the medium tires. And we'll see what Abel is about to do with the medium tires. He's coming towards the last corners of this track, and we'll see what lap time he's about to do. Yellows in sector 2, and somebody's run wide, but we'll see what Abel is about to do. Abel sets a 1:12 and flat, which promotes him to P5 position, just ahead of his Spanish teammate Alfonso Gomez. But we'll see what Edu can do. Edu is still running without the OS. Where is Gavin YouTube? He's qualifying. Looks like it's over. And we'll see what McLaren driver Panos can do. Yellows in sector 1, sector 3, and yellows in basically in every single sector. But we'll see what Panos is about to do. And he sets a 1:21 and 2. And Louis Wassman has retired from the session. So another German driver not able to set a lap time in this qualifying session. Alfonso Gomez is starting his lap, but he is running some reason. Okay, there it's a little bit glitched. I don't think he's running without the OS, but it's a little bit glitched because it shows me that everybody is running without the OS. So Tsevaptiti is retiring from the qualifying session, and he believes the qualifying is over for him. He believes he will take the pole position, but we'll see what Abel can do. And Abel is giving slipstream to his teammate. No, he's not, but he's getting ahead of his teammate. And we have Lado Jones in the pit, so is this going to be the top 3 for the race here today? And we see what Alfonso Gomez is about to do in sector 2, and he's down as he will not be improving his lap time. So he'll be starting with the hard tyres. And we'll see what Jack Meyer can do, and what can Little Manino do. Tace Lewa, the youngest race winner of EFL, what they can do. So this qualifying is definitely not over still. So we have a lot of drivers who are still setting the lap times around this track of Hockenheim. And we'll see what Tace Lewa is about to do as he's coming towards the end of sector 2. Is he going to be able to take pole position as the youngest pole position taker in EFL? He's improving his lap time 1 second. We know the race pace of the qualifying pace of Tace Lewa in his Alpha Tauri car, Toro car, whatever you want to call it. He's coming towards the last corners of this track. He is shaking and baking, rolling and holding, muscling with hustling. He is a young boy, but he has the heart of a man. He has the heart of a lion. He is Irish Lion, the next Eddie Irvine. And Tace Lewa sets at 1:11 and 9, which promotes him to P3 position. Hartzer is setting out 11 and 6, and he's in P2 position at the moment. And a lot of drivers retiring at the moment. And where is other drivers? Where is Semi Larrican? Well, we'll see. Semi Larrican is improving by 2 tenths, but is it going to promote him to top 10 or not? We'll see what he's able to do. Is Semi Larrican going to take pole position, or is going to put him Scout to front row lock? And yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. But what can Semi Larrican, New Zealand can do? He is going to do his first lap and his final lap in this track, and he was a little bit wide, but it's going to be a 1:12 and 5, which promotes him to P12 position. And still Hartzer, can Hartzer challenge for pole position, or is not? So it's a Tsevaptiti in pole position, Hartzer in P2, and Jack Meyer in P3, as Jack Meyer promotes himself to P3 with 11 and 7. So impressive lap time from the Renault driver with the soft tires. So all the drivers who set their laps, as Alfonso Gomez moves to P2 with 11 and 4, so he splits Hartzer and Tsevaptiti and moves himself to P2 with the medium tires with 1:11 and 4. So he's in a very good position to challenge for the win here today. But German driver in Germany taking pole position, which is very, very impressive. And New Zealand Cam said he's so bad at this track, he said in his own words. You can all read what he wrote in chat, but I'm not gonna say the curse word, well, I curse a lot myself. But here's your top 16 for the race. Pole position for Tsevaptiti, P2 for Alfonso Gomez, P3 for Hartzer, P4 Jack, P5 Tace Lewa, P6 Ken W, P7 Little Manino, P8 Edu, P9 GPR Abel, P10 Pia Hansen, and then P11 Gavin YouTube, Cam, Panos, Arikan, Louis W, and Viati Save without times. I'm gonna quickly save the video clip, and I'm gonna take the screenshots because I'm gonna do the race highlight video once again. I never had qualifying for the race highlights, but still it's very, very, very interesting fact. I still recall, save the clip of the qualifying. I could actually add, well, qualifying to my race highlights, but then it wouldn't be called race highlights. I would have to call it something else, I mean. And Alfonso Gomez says P2 with mediums, not bad. Semi Larrican says worst track, worst quality in my life. Well, remember, Semi Larrican, as a commentator, I can still say that penalties penalties are gonna resolve everything. If you can avoid penalties, you're gonna finish high, and that's message for all of our drivers here today. If you can avoid the penalties, you're gonna finish very, very high in this track. As I'm going to go through the grid while the formation lap is going to be taken on, as FIA are going to give permission for the 5 green lights to start the formation lap on the 16 corner track in Hockenheim Grand Prix. And for the new viewers who are joining, do not adjust the TV sets. This is EFL F1 round 11 of Hockenheim, and we're about to find out who will be winning this race. The home hero VRT Shape DNF'd in qualifying, but the other hometown hero Cevapcici took pole position is Williams. So P1 and P2 goes to Williams drivers Cevapcici and Spanish driver Alfonso Gomez. P3 and P4 McLaren's Harzer and Renault's Jack Maya. P5 and P6 Toro Rosso driver Taze Leroy and Alfa Romeo driver Can W. P7 and P8 Toro Rosso's Little Manino and Ferrari's Educ 33. P9 and P10 Mercedes drivers GPR Abel and Red Bull driver TMR Persson Pierre. Williams P11 and P12 Williams driver Gavin YouTube and Red Bull driver New Zealand Cam. P13 and P14 McLaren driver Panos D19 and Ferrari driver Samuel Arikan. And P15 P16 in last places of the grid are the 2 Racing Point drivers and German drivers of Lewis W and VRT Shape, starting from P15 and P16 from the last places. And like Michael Buffer says in all of his streams, in all of his boxing events, drivers, start your engines. Let's get ready to rumble! As we have Cevapcici, Alfonso Gomez, Harzer, Jack Maya, Taze Leroy, Can W, Little Manino, Educ 33, GPR Abel, Tian Pierre, Gavin YouTube, New Zealand Cam, Panos D19, Arikan, Lewis W, and VRT Shape lining up the grid. And far soon we'll find out who of these gladiators will win this race. We have 3 drivers in top 4 who set the lap times with softs, probably calculating for the safety car to come in the early stages of the Grand Prix. But then we have drivers who are starting with mediums, and they'll be hoping that their safety car would come in the middle stage of this Grand Prix. So we never know what's gonna happen, but we do know this is gonna be the greatest race we have ever seen in EFL. EFL, where champions are made. As we're waiting for the last Racing Point drivers to lining up the grid, and then the race will be truly on. As FIA will give permission for the 5 red lights. As we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go for the Grand Prix of Hockenheim. It looks like Lewis W got a jump start and driving, starting early in the grid. And there's a McLaren spinning, there's a Harzer spinning, and it's causing a massive crash. Renault has tapped him, so that was a quite foolish dive bomb from Harzer, but that gives a little bit of breathing space between Cevapcici and the rest of the competitors. And is that going to bring out the safety car to this Grand Prix for the first time in Hockenheim? Jack Meyer in P3, Taze Leroy in P4. And there's a big fight going for P7 between Little Manino, Gavin YouTube, TML Pierre, and New Zealand Cam fighting for the P7 position, but I don't know understand what the hell Harzer was doing in that position, causing Renault driver to lose a little bit of front wing. And we have Red Bull drivers dying up the inside of Williams cars, but there's a massive fight going on for P7 position as Abel is moving the places. He was taking Pierre in the track as Gavin YouTube is giving his position, but Little Manino is challenging the Ferrari around the inside, but he's waiting a little bit of his opportunity. But in the front, Cevapcici leading from Alfonso Gomez. In P3 is Jack Maya in P3, and P4 is Taze Leroy, P5 is Educ, and P6 is Little Manino, P7 Gavin YouTube, P8 New Zealand Cam, and P9 is Can W, and P10 GPR Abel. So it was that one crash, one dive bomb that Harzer made, which could have costed massive pile up for the corner one, but luckily it didn't. But some drivers might have lost their front wings or end plates, but it doesn't look like anybody's speeding apart from Harzer probably, as Cevapcici sets the fastest lap of 1:18.996, being the first driver basically to cross the finish line. And we have Harzer and Lewis W who are pitting, so their races without safety car are pretty much over, as we're probably going to have a massive fight for these lower positions for P5, P6, P7 and P8 positions. So we have to wait until safety car is gonna, I mean the DRS is going to be enabled, and then these drivers can truly fight for the positions. As now we have Alpha driver challenging Red Bull driver for P8, and Can W made the maneuver done? Yes, he did, but there's a switch back from New Zealand Cam as they're going side by side with each other. Who will give up? Who has the bigger cojones? Is it going to be Alpha driver? Is it going to be the Red Bull driver who are going to give up? And it looks like it has to be New Zealand Cam has to give up, but he's going side by side still. Incredible battle between Alpha and Red Bull. And who's going to give in? They're still going side by side with each other, but somebody has to give up very soon. They can do side by side with this corner section. Cam has retired. Cam has retired from that P2 position in Germany. He has retired, and that brought out safety car for the first time in this race. Unbelievable, unbelievable. First time in this race, safety car has appeared. And are any of these drivers going to pit or not? As Seva Ptici is going to the pits, and is Alfonso Gomez going to follow him? No, he's not, but Seva is pitting. How's he going to drive to penalty for speeding under the safety car? As New Zealand Cam will probably be really frustrated about that. As I'm going to probably invite New Zealand Cam for the commentating with me, as he usually when he retires he wants to commentate with me, but I'm gonna see who are pitting first in this Grand Prix. A lot of action happening, a lot of action happening really in this Grand Prix. Wow, it's really unbelievable. As a safety car has appeared, as I'm gonna quickly invite Sape is with pitting and changing the tires, and so is Pierre and Can W, and I'm just gonna quickly invite him. Bear with me guys, one moment. But yeah, a lot of action happening in the first couple of laps in EFL, as Cam and Can W went side by side with each other, just like they did in Silverstone, but in Silverstone they avoided the crash. But I'm quickly gonna invite Cam to the party, and if he wants to commentate with me from there on, I'm gonna ask what happened, and then he gets to commentate if he wants. Hopefully no swear words or anything, as Alfonso is currently leading the race from Taze Leroy and Eduk in P3, Little Manino in P4, Gavin in P5, Abel P6, Seva in P7 with the hard tires, and he came back in P7. And we have man himself, here comes the devil, New Zealand Cam. We saw the battle you did with Can W, but it always happens when you go side by side for 3 and 4 corners. That's the usual price. But how are you feeling at the moment, champ?
Normally I'd be like, okay, fair enough, but the fact that it will be going to the stewards, because it's ridiculous, the fact that he physically just turns in on me is kind of like, yeah. But anyway, that's enough of that for a minute.
Enough of that. Do you want to commentate? Do you want to continue commentating like usually? When you retire, you come commentating. It's not been much luckily this season, only a few times, but I want to ask you this, that amazing, that's the beauty and maybe the hollow of motor racing. You might have one excellent race, previous race, but then the next race you're gonna go down to the grid and DNF. So that's the price sometimes you have to pay in Formula 1. Like one race is gonna be good and the next race might be really bad. And just like Senna said in the past, like there might be one bad race against 5 good ones. So hopefully Lady Luck is gonna pay on your side after this race.
Well, give it 3 races, I'll be in second again.
Hopefully not, but of course, having company commentators booth is always enjoyable. And we saw Seva Ptici, first of the top drivers to pit for hard tires. Yeah. Was that a smart maneuver or not?
Well, he had to, didn't he? Because it was on soft. Softs ain't going anywhere near the end on these.
But
this track, yeah, that would have been. If that safety car saved him. Like me crashing has saved his race, because he wasn't pulling that much of a gap, and he would have had to pit around this lap anyway normally, because the tyres are just shot afterwards.
And safety cars coming in this lap, and we have a Jamie Dodger also known. He sends his YouTube channel to Eric Salama 2.0, says, when infected you must stay connected. So what are you thinking about Jamie's wise words? When you're infected you must stay connected, and that's what we're doing in EFL. We're not cancelling our races because of some viruses. We are driving like men.
Well, it ain't a bad thing to do when quarantined, is it?
Yeah. Well, for us gamers, it's pretty normal. Quarantine is like our normal life, so. Yeah. But anyways, the safety guys coming in this lap, so Alfonso will lead up the pack, and
he's already gone.
In my screen, he wasn't still. So you're seeing, and Taze Leroy.
He's gone wide as well.
Yeah, and Taze Leroy might challenge him for the corner 1. He's gonna dive up the inside. Taze Leroy, the youngest race winner in the EFL. They go side by side.
Run on him.
He got a mad one on him, but he's gonna dive up, and Seva Ptici gets a 3-second top penalty, but he's waiting behind him. Why Taze Leroy is not dive bombing him? Is he waiting for that straight line?
Yeah, you've got to. You don't want to risk it when you've got a clear opportunity on the straight.
But
He's back to looking to overtake. He's going to try it.
and yellow sector 1, sector 2, so it looks like it's either Sape or...
Is that Chappelle? It is, he's round. He's in
Chappelle is round as he crashed Ali Golfang, and they go side by side. Taze Lewa and Alfonso Gomez going side by side, and clean maneuver from Taze Lewa. Proper hats for that, and that was a clean dive bomb from him if you ever have a clean dive bomb, but still, they went side by side with each other. No touching, no contact, and Taze Lewa got the maneuver done.
That's a statement, that is.
That's a statement, and VLT Sape is over 11 seconds behind everybody else, so he must have spinned. Hopefully he hasn't lost his front wing, but the two Towasso drivers in P1 and P3.
Yeah, good result for the Toro Rosso boys at the moment.
And then Williams will... Yeah?
Yeah. You do have Seba Pakishi that's coming through the field. We know from Austria, I believe it was, he's very, very good at coming through the field, so I wouldn't count him out for the win just yet.
You won't count him as... Well, he's in the hot times, but the very smart choice of words, as Taze Lewa says, the fastest lap, of course, by 1:15.05, as Alfonso wants very wide, and he gets a 3-second lap penalty. As I said before this race started, the penalties are going to be... Yeah, penalties are going to play a really big part who will win this Grand Prix or not. Like, this one...
Especially if this DRS train stays, because 3-second penalty is potentially, if it stays this close, to...
sorry to interrupt, but look at Alfonso Gomez. He might challenge down the inside. He does a switch back, or he does a switch route to Taze Lewa, and they're going side by side once again, and they're going still side by side. They're living it. They're touching, but they're living enough space. They're respecting each other very well, and it looks like Alfonso Gomez got the maneuver done. But is Taze Lewa going to dive up the inside or not? Oh my God, he makes the inside. Oh yeah, but will he overshoot the corner? And yes, he does. But they're going side by side with each other, and this looks like your position with Can W. Hopefully they won't crash. They're going still side by side with each other, and that helps Lito Manino to get to the ball. They're going 3 wide in middle corner. Oh my goodness, that was done. But how did they survive that without crashing? They went 3 wide in that middle corner section, and how on earth did they survive that in one piece? And
also skill.
Balls and skill, they go still side by side. Look at Taze Lewa, look at Alfonso Gomez. They go side by side. Oh my goodness me, what a battle this is. How on earth these drivers are not crashing.
Pulls this off.
That was probably one of the great, but they got a 3-second top penalty, so now they're equal. But we've seen one of the greatest side by side situations in EFL in this only last 7 laps.
Nino rammed him up the backside. And he's pushed him. Oh, that's dirty.
Oh, yeah. Alfonso Gomez, and he took a front wing off Ferrari driver, and is that going to bring out the safety car or not? And they're both retarded, that's a safety car, double retirement. And both Mercedes retired and the Ferrari retired. But how did Abel retire?
They crashed into each other. When Alfonso spun, he must have got collected by his teammate.
And that's going to do really bad chances for Alfonso's championship fight. How on earth he is screwing his championship. He had over 70-point lead at one point, and now he is furious. He's leaving and his teammate retired. So disaster day for Mercedes in the home Grand Prix. Just like we saw in real life. 2 Mercedes out of this Grand Prix. Jeez, that felt really nostalgic when I said that. Jesus Christ. And 2 Mercedes.
That reminded me of bloody Spain, that did. You know when they Hamilton spun and took Rosberg out. It is picture perfect. That was a bit random.
But that 2 Mercedes crashing out, it reminds me of that Spanish Grand Prix of 2016. But is anybody going to do a pit stop or not? That's the thing. It
makes the race a bit more enjoyable, doesn't it?
Well, safety car of course makes it enjoyable, but we want to see drivers race, and now we have only 12 drivers racing, and Eduk has left, and Abel has left, and Alfonso, and Cam, and Gavin is in the pit, so he'll be taking the hot tire there soon.
I don't know whether they'll make it. They won't make it to the end for me. He's gonna have 10 laps.
10 laps, true, but hot tires
he could go medium soft though.
Yeah, and if safety car will come one more time in this race, you never know what tires they're gonna go with. And now is Gavin gonna...
He's on the half.
Yeah, he's gonna rejoin ahead of TME up here and rejoin it back in P7. And Tom also has a 1 and 2 in this race, as Lewis W has joined back to this race, as he apparently disconnected at one point, which I totally missed, probably because of all the action what happened in this race now. It's so
well, he's ahead of his team, mate.
But now if Sape and Tsevaptitsi are gonna finish this race, both drivers are 60 points behind, or like Fiat Sape is 55 points behind over Alfonso, and Tseva is 60 points.
At the moment, Chapelele is out of the point, so he needs to get a move on.
He needs,
especially now that he's the nearest championship contender.
Well, Tsevaptitsi is only 3 points, 4 points behind him, so you never count him out. And you were before you didn't have to, you were only 2 points off them, so.
Yeah, well, that would. No, I had 1 point behind Leroy.
But also, yeah, but Leroy was also a few points behind Seva, so it's pretty close between P2 to P5 and even Pierre Hans. Ooh, and now Taze Leroy almost in the back of safety car, which is of course sponsored by Mercedes-Benz.
It's not free.
Yeah, so we have a Mercedes leading our Grand Prix at the moment, literally, as we have a Mercedes car. So the only time Mercedes is leading the Grand Prix in this race at the moment.
I have to say though, Seva's actually in the best position he could possibly ask for. He's the only one that's hit out of the top, what?
Yeah, but so his teammate is also Gavin Newton, he's only in P7 and he has pressure hard.
Yeah, but if these two like start racing in front, Seva can just slow down, back up, protect his tyres.
Protect his tyres, that's true. And Jack Meyer got a 5-second penalty for colliding with somebody, and but it's after Willie too.
Overtaking each other in the safety car.
I'm not sure what happened, but I'm gonna check what happened to. Jack Meyer got a penalty for collision with TM up here. So as VRT7 has retired, VRT7, where did he retire?
On the straight, where Alphonse retired. It's a picture image.
Did he lose his tyre or not?
Yeah, he's fully out.
So that's just gonna help Alfonso Gomez in the championship fight. If Cevapcici retires, then that was like a god's gift to Alfonso.
Oh no, it's a god's gift for Leroy at the moment.
He will be putting himself to championship fight also if he wins this race. If Ceva retires, then he will be the closest rival to challenge Alfonso. This is amazing how quickly things change in Formula 1 and in EFL. It looks like one race, one driver is dominating, and in other ways, others dominating. It's really unbelievable. It's like it's changing so fast. That's the magic. Even the worst Hollywood writers can't script this stuff.
Yeah, well, you can't script me getting a bloody win on track in both the two most prestigious races on the calendar, and then both getting them taken away from me by the exact same penalty.
And Zakma once again getting a 5-second penalty as we have a safety car leaving now from this race.
I wonder how long he'll leave it, because he went really early last time, didn't he?
He went really early, but now let's see how Taze Leroy is going to jump. Who is going to do it?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Similarly, gets a collision with colliding with Cevapcici. I don't know what happened there, but we do know that Similarly has lost a little bit of part of his end plate, so Cevapcici will get a little bit of free breathing space. But now it's still
fucking tasty. You might go for it on the main straight, to be fair.
And yeah, Jackman got a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane, and Hatsi got a 5-second penalty for multiple warnings. But look at Little Manino, he's so close to Taze Leroy. Taze Leroy a little bit runs wide, so we'll see who's gonna come out of P1 after this position.
No team orders by the looks of it.
No team orders, no. He's gonna send a dive. No, he's waiting. But look at the fight for P4 position. Look at the fight for P4 position. Wow. There's massive cost.
Oh, that's Semel. I reckon he spun slightly and hit Louis, and then Louis hit Panos. That was a bit.
But did they lose any end plates? That's the case. If it's on a little bit of buffing, then I'm not pretty sure. But it looks like this battle is still going on as Louis W is locking up his brakes, and that's going to give opportunity for McLaren to overtake. Gavin is going to make them a little bit down on Panos. They go side by side with each other. They're going side by side. Oh my goodness me! They're going to repeat what you guys did.
He's on the gravel. Gavin's round.
Oh, but how did he save his car? How on earth did he save his car?
I don't know.
That was unbelievable.
Wow.
I was pretty sure he was gonna crash out, but I was so sure. How on earth did he save his car? That takes Will Skin.
That one, fella.
Hats off, and Arikan is going to the pits, and he got a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane.
Oh, Panos has gone wide. Hearts are gonna get the move.
And two McLaren drivers go side by side, so no team orders anywhere. There is no holds barred in the EFL. No holds barred in the EFL. Yeah, exactly. And look at the Williams stop. Look at Gavin. Like
Gavin side by side as well. He
got Panos. He got Panos a little bit sleeping, and now he will.
Gavin is speeding his way through the field, but Panos is going to send it back up the inside.
He's going to leave enough space for the Williams stop, and yes, he is. And Panos lost a little bit of his car, and he gets. So we have a lot of
tremendous run on Louis. He's going to go around the outside.
Oh my goodness, he's going to go around the outside of Louis Wassman, and no, he's not. He's waiting for a better opportunity, but now Williams driver Gavin is right behind them. He's going to just wait until these drivers will make a mistake, but now Little Manino is 7 tenths behind of Taze Leroy, and he will be getting DRS next lap.
He's so much quicker through the corners on these fresher tyres. You can visibly see how much he's gaining in each break.
He's gaining, but he has to get past the Blues W, and the only place he can get past is that long straight line. Well. Is that one DRS is now enabled, so now we'll see a little bit of overtaking happening as Lewis W wants very wide.
DRS is just non-existent at the moment.
Yeah, I can understand how on earth he's so fast without having EOS, so that really amuses me that how on earth he can be so fast. But Little Manino is just staying under 1 second, so he'll be getting DRS from his teammate.
A little bit of team orders in the play.
Maybe a little bit team orders. Keep Tseva behind and give him the. Taylor will give Little Manino DRS so Tseva can't attack him. So that's very smart from the Towaso boys.
Gavin and Hartzer.
Oh my god, they go side by side and Hartz is defending very wide. He's gonna get in, but will Hartz leave him enough space or not? They're wheel banging a little bit. Is Hartz gonna leave enough space? No, he's not, but...
Good defending by Hartster there.
Good defending. He's not giving up. He's showing his place in EFL. He's a young fighter from Finland. And they go side by side. He's not leaving enough space. He has to leave him space.
Oh, he gets pushed off.
He gets a little bit pushed off, so Hartz is saying, no, you're not going to get past me so easily. You have to wait for the better opportunity. And now probably it's going to be round 4 with all of these drivers.
Gavin's like a caged tiger at the moment.
He's just a volcano. Oh, look at McLaren! Look at McLaren driver. Hartz got passed up.
That was a late move, but fair play. That
was pitting.
Actually pretty
and Kanda be setting the fastest lap, so we'll see what tyres he's gonna take. But I want to see that battle between Lewis W and
look at Can of Sever.
As Panos, 3 neck and neck, and there's 3 neck and neck now for the lead of this Grand Prix in Hockenheim. Lap 13 out of 34, so not even half of this Grand Prix have been done, and so much action packed already in this Grand Prix. And it doesn't look like Tevaptitsi is going to be able to make the maneuver down Little Manino, and Can W is not able to make the maneuver down on his German companion. As
Louis back ahead of Hartzer.
Louis is back ahead of Hartzer, and he got past him. Is Gavin going to send it up the inside? No, he's not. He's waiting.
They've hit. Louis round.
Louis round. Oh, wait,
look at Pierre.
Pierre is just capitalizing this and moving himself to P5 position. Unbelievable thing. Now Pierre Hansen is diving up the... Kevin the YouTube is diving up the inside and he's making the maneuver done. He's promoted himself to P5 position.
Good driving by all of them, apart from that little collision.
Yeah, it always happens. It's racing and it happens. And
Hartz is in the gravel.
A little bit of gravel, lost a little bit of momentum, a little bit of time, and now Little Manino is pitting, so that will give a lead for Tevaptitsi in this race, and
now we'll see how far he can go.
We'll see where he's going to rejoin in the track. And now Gavin,
because Seven's not going to have DRS at this point. He did last time, but he's not going to have it to defend this time.
That's true, that's very true. But now Gavin YouTube is right behind of Lewis W, and Pierre gets a 3-second top penalty, and now Gavin YouTube is diving up the inside. Lewis W is not leaving any space, and now Gavin YouTube got past, so it's a Williams 1-3 at the moment in this race.
W on Sever for the lead.
He's not double bombing, he's waiting for a better opportunity. 2 Germans leading the Grand Prix, so they got... But the government of Angela Merkel, and the government might say, when millions are watching at home and thousands in attendance, do not mess 1 and 2 for Germany. Just bring the cars home.
For the millions and millions.
Yeah, I love D-Generation X. Oh, and Gavin YouTube in my screen, he a little bit tapped the rear of Lewis W.
Oh, Chever's hit the gravel.
He lost a little bit of momentum. He's feeling the pressure. Both are saving EOS, but Gavin YouTube is not able to get past. So it's a German 1-2-3 at the moment.
Oh yeah.
In Germany.
Oh wait. Nino got ahead of Taze Leroy.
Nino's ahead of Taze Leroy, so no team orders there. Taze Leroy, who might be in a championship fight
zone. Might have been the overcut.
The overcut, so he's not letting him pass, but there's a big fight for P4, P3 between Lewis W, Gavin YouTube, and...
though. Can is a lot closer than he was last time.
And Taylor was just the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1:15 and flat. But look at Can W, he is using... But he's out of ERS.
The ERS is really in him, yeah.
Nah, he's not going to dive up the inside, and we'll see what... Is Gavin YouTube going to finally be able to make the maneuver down or not?
Louis and Gavin, is he going to get the move?
Yeah,
he's being pushed that wide, but he's leaving room.
He's leaving enough room, but we'll see. Is Gavin going to be able to dive? They're going side by side with each other. Lewis W is not giving up. They're going still side by side with each other. Unbelievable German against Dots. This is never good.
Make sure he don't go wide.
But Lewis W has the better line for the next corner. He has the better line for the next corner.
Well, I did, boys. Still side by side. He gets pushed up a little bit.
And they go side by side with each other. This is unbelievable. Do not go side by side here. And Gavin YouTube has to give in.
By Louis.
Brilliant defending.
Very clean and very well. Defensive.
Well,
Gavin
it was hard. Oh, Gavin
got...
Dava up this side. This is not good. This is never good when you do it. Yellow sector 3. Yellow's. Yeah, yellow sector 3. So somebody has spun.
Leroy's spun.
Leroy spun. So he's lost momentum to Little Manino.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's same and yeah.
That is so bad.
And
yeah, but Louis has left end plate damage.
So probably from that contact with and yellow's in sector 3. So what's happened is probably takes Leroy once again.
Yeah, Leroy's in the wall. Oh, we need to be careful he don't get disqualified. But Gavin again on Louis.
Yellow's sector 3, yeah. Is gonna be and VSC has come out and that saved Lewis W. That saved Lewis W. That saved Lewis W.
I saw
Stacey Leroy decided to retire, so that's one of the championship rivals retiring.
That's all of them apart from Seva.
Seva is gonna gain a lot of positions here today.
Oh my god. Yeah, Eric, guess what?
What?
I'm still gonna be 1 point behind Leroy.
Oh my goodness, if Seva retires, you're gonna stay in the same position, so it's almost that all the championship rivals retired here today.
No, you get points. No. Seva's guaranteed to have a point, no matter.
95% rule. 95% rule. If he doesn't finish the race until 95% of the race has been done, as Scandabi is pitting, I mean, as VSC is just coming out as he decided to retire to pit.
That's such a shame.
But it probably... No, but he's going for the hard tires.
Gavin's already going for it.
So that gives a still 1-2 lead for the Germans as Pierre gets it.
Gavin.
They go side by side. They go side by side with each other, and Gavin got the maneuver done on.
Yeah.
On Lewis W and Pierre is following them, and also Little Manino. So it's going to be a three-way party, and it's Little and is Little Manino going to do 3-for-1 deal, or is going to be Pierre or Lewis W?
Stream, bloody hell.
Look at that solution, but look at Lewis W. His straight last bit is good.
Question mark. Go,
and Pierre Hansen. They're diving up the inside. It's unbelievable. Four-car fight for P2. 4-car fight for P2.
Look at the gap Cheva has.
12 seconds to his closest rival, Lewis W. So, if Cheva doesn't pit and if safety car won't appear any more time in this Grand Prix, then Cheva will win this Grand Prix if he can take these tires to the end.
Yeah. Wait, how's Louis? Louis is still in front.
No, he's still. Has he done a pit stop actually?
Yeah, he has.
He made it in lap 1.
Everyone's done a pit stop.
So is it gonna try to make to the end with his tires or not?
Oh, I'd rate it if he does.
And look how much Gavin is basically pushing Lewis W from the corners, and now he will go side by side in corner 1.
Gavin. Don't go for it here.
He goes for it and he makes the maneuver done. No, that was racing. That was.
Look at Nino.
Nino is right in the battle between these drivers. So now it's Nino, Pierre, Lewis W, and Gavin YouTube for P2 position. So this is really unbelievable fight for P2.
Nino's
and now
Nino's gonna
he might get all of them.
Louis gonna get Gavin.
Louis gonna get, but it's unbelievable fight. It's unbelievable, and Gavin
got Pierre and Nino's got Gavin.
And
Nino, mate.
That was Ricciardo move. Yeah, a little bit optimistic, optimistic in my opinion, but he tried it, and Gavin probably was a little bit surprised by that. No, he's not trying. He tried it.
I mean, fair play for trying, just be a bit more careful.
Yeah, I mean, only Ricciardo can do those maneuvers. Nobody else.
Oh, go on, Gavin.
Gavin needs to get. It's still a German one too, and he's trying to overtake here. Look how much faster Gavin is in the corners. Oh my god, don't try it here, don't try it here. Oh my goodness me, they're going still side by side with each other. And Lewis W. Oh my god, look at Little Manino. This race is full of highlights apart from P1 position at the moment. And look at the lead Seva already has. 14.5 seconds. And look how much
on the back of him now as well. No, Gavin, not again.
Oh, he made it. Now he made it cleanly. Now he made it really beautifully. Now look at Little Manino. And look at now, Can W is in his battle, so it's a 5-car fight for P2 position.
He's gonna have to run on Louis as well. Nino's gonna have to run on Gavin.
And yellow's sector 1.
Louis off into the grass.
That's Pierre.
Look at Nino.
It's Pierre who's in the grass.
He's gonna have him.
Yellow sector 1 and sector 2, you can't overtake here, you can't overtake because there's yellows in sector 1, sector 2, but they go side by side.
Anyway.
No, he went after yellow, he got it done, so it's unbelievable fight, and now it's lap 19 out of lap 34, and now Little Menino is in P2. Little Menino in his second race in EFL might be getting his first podium in EFL. He screwed it up in Austria.
Actually, one to note, Seva is actually only 3 seconds away from a pit stop ahead. It's a very short pit lane here. It's only like 18 seconds, I believe, and he's already got a 14.8 second gap.
So even if he pits, he would come out strongly, but he doesn't want to get to this battle for P2 position, because if he gets stuck to this train, then it's all over for him. And it's Williams 1-3 at the moment, and look at Can, But Gavin is getting this DRS from Carlson Head in yellow sector 3, and it's Jack Meyer. Yellow sector 3.
Brilliant P3, I believe, in quality. He's dropped back.
Yeah, to P10, but he's still getting a point, and nothing major, just a yellow flag sector 3. And look at KW, he's getting past of Gavin YouTube. Yellow sector 1 once again, and Semilevik and Hart have retired, and that's a safety car,
Trevor. He's gonna come out in the lead.
Everybody's gonna pit. Everybody's gonna pit for mediums, I believe.
He's gonna come out in the lead from what he was in 6th before he pit. That's impressive.
And Semilevik has left, and that was an unfortunate crash between Semilevik and Hartzer. So a lot of drivers crashing here today. We have already 8 drivers who've crashed.
I'm annoyed that I crashed now.
Yeah, it could have been a good point, but it's racing, and Seva is pitting, and I believe so will Little Menino and Can W, and everybody's gonna pit in this race at the moment. Well, somebody might risk it for the chocolate biscuit, but there's no point.
Can don't need to pit. Can's recently pit for Harps.
No, but he will be very slow. He'll be very slow. He'll be slow. And he's not. Yeah, he's coming, and it's gonna be a.
I wonder if anyone's gonna try and go soft.
Well,
it's a long shot.
It's 13 laps, and we saw first drivers to pit in the first 5 laps, so I don't quite see that happening.
But people at the back, like Jack or something like that, they have nothing to lose. So
they have nothing to do, but then they won't get any positions. That's the thing. Either because everybody else has fresher tires, and everybody's pitting. Everybody went to the pits.
Oh, Can's actually put on used mediums.
So he didn't pit.
No, he has pit. He's just got used mediums.
In Musqueam, he has used hards.
No. What he's done is he's qualified on the mediums, but then he's pit in the first safety car for mediums, but he got wing damage, so he had to pit again for hards. No. I'm getting this all wrong. So he started on the mediums. But then we had a safety car on like lap 3, didn't we? And then he was one of the people that pit. So he put on another set of mediums, but he had to pit for hards. So now he's on his qualifying mediums.
Well, so okay, that's what's happening at the moment in this race. So
that confused you then, didn't it?
yeah, a little bit. But thanks for clearing it up. As yeah, it's lap 21 out of lap 34. As I'm quickly gonna save the video clip. Silverstone, yeah. It's racing, it happens, and but of course we never want to see that happening. I reckon it's very frustrated, and we have there's a racing pod driver who wanted to pit but then decided not to pit, and Louis, yeah. So this will give chances to everybody basically, and the safety car's waiting for Jack to catch the field as he's 20 seconds.
I do like everybody. The fact that they wait for you. Well, I think that's a
that's pretty fair. I agree with that. And you never know. I don't
want to be like what? Go on.
Yeah, and we don't want to know the penalties because we've seen a lot of drivers getting penalties. So this race might be decided on who has the less penalties. So just like in Silverstone.
Welcome to Hockenheim.
Welcome to Hockenheim. Yeah, one of the hardest tracks to not get a penalty.
Well, no, it's not the hardest track to not get a penalty. It's just got the hardest corner one in the whole of history of that.
Yeah. And it's 12 laps remaining in this Grand Prix at the moment, and Yeah, and American voting, he's done here. The incident is my
Alright,
fault, but my race got win twice this race. Well, please send a Stewart's incidents, and unfortunately that's racing and it happens. And nothing I can say at the moment, but just keep it up, champ. And you have bad days, you have good days.
Alphonse has left. Alphonse has left the chat.
He's probably a little bit frustrated, but I believe he will be there to defend his championship. I hope. Yeah,
I hope so.
he's just frustrated at the moment, so let's see.
Yeah.
Safety car is coming in this lap, so let's see what's gonna happen. Alfonso, I got some message.
No, wait. Before we restart, who's gonna win?
I'm unbiased, I can't say. I don't know.
You can't. No. Like, who performance-wise so far do you think has the best chance?
Trevor.
You're not gonna answer that.
So he's been Trevor, I believe.
Oh, okay. I'm
yeah.
gonna say Gavin.
Gavin, okay, Gavin, yeah. Either way, the two Williams, and it's let's go. Lights out and we go for the Grand Prix of Hockenheim once again. 12 laps remaining in this Grand Prix.
Wow, he's gone.
He's gonna get already.
Gone.
That's gone. What happened
Wow.
to P3? A little bit slept his chances and over 1 second already. So the battle with
He was having the drink.
yeah, he was having the drink, but the battle for the win is going to be fought between these two drivers if they're not going to catch them up. And Little Manino is using all of his EOS at the moment to get past of Teva Titi, but also Teva is using all of... Yeah, he's going to get using all of his EOS to defend from Little Manino. Is Romanino going to dive up the inside? No, he's not. He's not going up the inside.
He lost a bit of time defending.
Guys, look at the Racing Point driver, Lewis W and Kevin YouTube.
Gavin's knocked him.
It feels like they've been going side by side the whole race.
Well, to be fair,
and
yeah.
Lewis W is and Lewis W is round. Lewis W is round. He's round. He quite optimistic dive bomb, but yeah.
We did see that earlier. That's a bit unfortunate.
And now Jack May has promoted himself to P7 position. Imagine if there's one more safety car in this race.
I don't think they can be.
They can. I've seen it come. We have 2 or 3, yeah, but it can come still. It can come until lap 31. Oh. And so
I thought in the patch there was a limit.
What? I
thought in the patch, for 50% races and 25%.
Okay.
There's 3 safety cars and then 100% is 5. So
okay.
We can only have that. So.
I see. Still okay. Okay, you know, okay. And still, Seva has 7/10 gap to Little Manino, and Can W is already 1.4 seconds behind of Little Manino, but yeah.
To my teammate.
P. Hansen, he's in P5. He's carrying the Red Bull at the moment in Hockenheim.
Oh yeah, he beat me. I just don't have the pace around here. That's all. Like even if I had saved my race, I just probably would be last. So. Hoot.
But yeah, Little Manino, if he can stay less than 1 second behind of Cheva before the DRS line comes open, then...
By the way, in EFL.
Huh?
Is it Little Romanino's debut?
No, he reversed in Austria. He was fighting for P2 but broke his front wing, and he messed up in Austria. So yeah, but yeah, it's DRS is still okay. Now it's enabled, so that means Little Manino will be getting DRS at the moment from Cheva Titi. And Little Manino get a time penalty. He got a time penalty now. But
we know that he's got 3 seconds.
But we don't know what Cheva has or what others have, and that's the fun. I don't want to get it spoiled. And he just stays behind once again. It's 7-10, 6-10s to Cheva Titi, who is in P1, as we have 9 laps remaining in this Grand Prix at the moment.
I want to see some action.
Yeah, I want to see some action. I want to see once again safety car something coming, because I want to see this Travis to field up once again in this Grand Prix. And now,
like, just for everyone to, like, you know, finish the race by like 0.2 tenths, and then it's like photo finish and everyone's off their feet, and then everyone gets disqualified because they're all off their feet in a race.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want to see. That's the best part about racing, excitement, and you never knowing what's really going to happen in the end. That's the beauty of this sport.
I do like the way, like, in this league, you can just, like, you can have the worst race in the world, but you can come into the commentary box and have the best time you've ever had.
Yeah, exactly. And well, now,
great.
But now Cevapcici had 1 second gap, but Little Menino got the DOS anyways, and now he's closed the 1 second gap to 8/10 because of that 2 DOSs.
It's turned into a 2-horse race at the moment. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Panos, I'm my teammate.
Well, Panos is going side by side with Tim up here, so let's see what's gonna happen. They're going side by side with each other. Let's see what's gonna happen, and it looks like Panos got a maneuver down on Pierre Hansen, and and Tim on Pierre, and it gets him demoted to P6 position at the moment. And Gavin YouTube takes it.
The army in the championship, puts him in his place.
Yeah, exactly. And Gavin YouTube got a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. He's 1.7 seconds behind of Can W, and now Panos is closing down on. Nino's lot goes only 3 tenths closer, but both drivers are saving EOS.
He might actually be setting the fastest lap on this race, to be fair.
He might be, but we'll see what's going to happen because both of these drivers are saving EOS, so you never know what's going to happen. And we're going to have 7 laps remaining in this Grand Prix at the moment, and he gets the DOS. He does a 114 flat, so it's not the fastest lap. As we know, fastest lap is 113 and flat by, I don't know who, but I remember I saw 113 and flat from somebody else. Canterbury just takes a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, what?
It's a quick lap, to be fair, at this stage of the race. And
Jack gets a 3-second time penalty, and now, even though 3 DRS zones, Lito Manino can't get closer than 6/10, so Ceva's straight line speed is very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. He must be running like a low drag.
Yeah, low drag, or then he's placing his car in the right positions and getting all the energy after that one corner only. That might also be the case.
He's a lot quicker on the straights than he's in the corners, which is quite clear.
So we'll see what Titi can do, what he's able to do, and Little Manino is still pressurizing him, so this is going to be a battle for the edges, so don't leave this stream at the moment. Anything can still happen. We've seen 2 safety cars, I calculated 2 safety cars in the field at the moment, and or 3 safety cars, and are we going to see any more?
Oh no, he's round.
Oh my god, he messed up once again and he's rejoined back to the track. And that's gonna give Can W. That was a chance. He made a big mistake to turn.
Cevapcici is gonna get the win then by the looks of it if he doesn't make any mistakes.
Doesn't make any. His tires overheated. Little Manino's tires.
Just snapped from him and it was like
Yeah, it snapped a little bit. And now Can W is gonna take the position. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Well, like, he'll have him on the straight, I think,
But look at Canterbury at the moment. He will be getting the DOS, and Little Menino messed up the win, unless if Cevapcici is gonna make a similar mistake. But neither of those drivers getting DOS, so actually Canterbury is going back to the inside. But the Canterbury
switchback though.
It's switchback though. Yeah, they're going side by side with each other still.
Again.
Oh my goodness me! This track has been a lot of side by side situations. Little Menino
you don't want to go side by side with Can into this next section.
Oh, and he made the maneuver down. So it's a German 1-2 once again in this race.
Oh yeah.
In a home track.
Yeah. Fair enough.
This might be a 6-car fight for P2 if it looks like this, because we've seen Panos closing down and Gavin is closed down now. He's less than 1 second, and this might be a battle for the centuries for P2 at the moment.
Well,
there's 5 laps remaining in the Grand Prix.
Oh, have we passed 95% yet?
I believe we'll pass it in lap 31 or lap 30, so...
so they can't fully go for it yet.
They can't fully go for it. If they still retire, they won't get a point, so... As Lewis W is pitting, he's pitting.
Oh, hello. Nino.
Nino went side by side with Can W and he made the maneuver down, so we'll see what's gonna happen. But what is the Williams driver Gavin YouTube gonna do in this race? Is closing down on Can W.
3 wide? Are they gonna go 3 wide?
Oh my god, he's trying to force his maneuver. I know what's happening.
Come on.
What on earth happened? What on earth happened? In my screen it glitched a little bit.
Horrible.
Did any of them
just went wide in harmony and
Oh my god, they're still going side by side. Look at Little Manino, he's diving up the inside of Can W, he's forcing a little bit wide.
You need to be careful.
Little Manino, you have to come down a little bit, you have to come down, you can't be racing like that, and that gives Gavin YouTube a good chance. It's gonna give Gavin YouTube a good chance, yes he's pissed, but look at the lead Cevapcici already has, over 8 seconds to nearest competitors.
Wow. Is this a PG stream?
No.
Oh, that's good for future reference.
And Cevapcici said it the fastest lap of 13 and 7, so
Oh wow.
So
now that just puts it to bed, doesn't it?
yeah, he has still a lot of reserve in his.
Louis actually picked for sauce.
And Jack Maya also pitting now.
Yeah. Can's gonna have me now.
But look at Candabi, but Candabi's EOS is in low, and Little Manino has more EOS than Candabi, but we'll see what he's going to be able to do. Is he going to be able to close down on Little Manino or not? He's getting the DOS open, but he's going to be close enough, diving up the inside. Little Manino is defending the inside lap, but Candabi is making the switch, and he's dive-bombing Little Manino as they go once again side-by-side situation with each other. And I'm really surprised we haven't seen any crashes.
Bloody hell, lads.
Oh my goodness, they've been going side-by-side with each other.
Again. Gavin's up the inside. Oh no,
and Gavin's lost. Gavin's lost it. He tried it.
Yeah.
And Pierre getting P5 once again. Yellow's in sector 2, and
Panos is on the back of him now.
So Panos might be getting his first ever podium in EFL, debuting last race in Silverstone, getting the P4, and now once again he's in P4. But yeah, no, you never know what's gonna happen in the end of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, I did have a little battle with Panos last race. He's actually a really solid, like, wheel-to-wheel driver. So,
yeah, so we have to remember that decent wheel-to-wheel drive. We have to remember what he said at the moment, because
can get some penalty.
So we don't know who's gonna finish in P2 or P3.
Well.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, and Panos lost the end plate. Panos has lost an end plate.
Panos.
Yeah, he Little Manino brake checked everybody, or he slowed his car, and
it's not Panos, it's Can.
But Panos also hit at the back of Can.
Oh really?
And Can trying to switch back, but Little Manino moving on the braking few times. And
he needs to calm down a bit here. He's
needs to calm down.
About it.
Yeah, he's a little bit frustrated about that spin. And it's 3 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. He's diving up the inside.
This reminds me of Alphonse when he had his little dive spree in
Monaco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit, when the driver gets frustrated, then it's usually game over, but
does need to calm down, otherwise he'll face like some sort of penalty.
Yeah, exactly. There might be a lot of drivers here today who might be facing a penalty.
Yeah, I've got one that will.
Yeah, I know you have it, but
all in all though, this has been quite good to commentate on.
It's been good commentating, but as you look at driver's point of view, it's
yeah, like if I was like my job was to commentate and not race, I'd be like, this is sick.
Yeah, one of the greatest racing we've seen. Yeah.
Whenever I've commentated though, I've gone on to win a podium. I was about to say win a race.
Well, you always cross the line first, but you never win, so that's the thing. But now let's see, Candabi. Panos is trying to drive up the inside of Candabi, but he didn't make the maneuver done. So after this, it's going to be 2 laps remaining, and it's going to be interesting. What's going to
use also solid wheel to wheel as well. So
yeah, he's
can put a lot of faith in him, but it's just a matter of fact of can putting faith in Nino at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. And Pierre is currently driving in P5 position. I don't know about his penalties, but
I've just realised what I just did. I've just called Can a good wheel to wheel drive when he's the one that took me out.
Yeah, so no penalties for Can then.
No,
you said no. I'm talking about this.
Right there.
That's the that's the driver's mentality, you know. Yeah. You know, that was a good thing you said. He's a clean driver. I appreciate it. You're a Willow sportsman. Little Manino gets a 3-second down penalty, so
he's a clean driver when he's not under pressure.
Yeah, exactly, when he's not under pressure. But look at Panos now. Panos is right behind of Cantabria, and he might be getting his first ever podium in EFL. So we'll see how he's going to be able to defend from Cantabria. Is Cantabria going to defend the inside line, and Panos is trying to maneuver. He's going to go for it.
I'm going to go for the switchback.
Can he go for the switchback? They're going side by side. We've seen that switchback happening so many times, but he's not getting it done. And now he goes behind of Panos. So Panos might be getting his first ever podium in EFL. And it's Cantabria going to
P2, yeah.
Last race P4 and now P3, so he's stayed out of trouble, and he might get McLaren's first podium in EFL.
Might be on to P2 as well.
He might be for P3 if he can get
Little Manino. He's on the grass.
No, Little Manino was in the grass. Little Manino. we have to keep following Tevap Titi when he crosses the line. He's about to take a race victory for Germany.
Yeah.
He will be getting the home race win for Germany for thousands in attendance. Panos getting all wrong, but he's getting the DRS open. He is not using any of his DRS, as we understand that, because he wants to stay in the podium.
Jack and Louis at the back. Jackson the gravel.
Jack's in a gravel and the yellows are sector 3 and Jack has spun. Jack has won, but he will be getting points now if he retires. But look at Panos, he can improve his position above one position if he gets the maneuver done. But we have to keep following Tevap Titi very shortly. And he's getting, but Little Manino is defending
the outside, he's going to be forced to go out the outside. Nino needs to give rule, he's hitting. He has
to get room, and they're tapping a little bit, they're tapping, and Panos almost losing his car. He almost losing his car, and he has to deal with third place. But at the moment,
I said just keep it on the road and hope for a penalty.
But at the moment, we're looking Tevap Titi, thousands in attendance, millions at homes, from Angela Merkel to all the chancellors watching in the German stadiums. Tevap Titi will become the first German driver to win his home race since Nico Rosberg's 2014 win in Hockenheim. Tevap Titi, you have won your home race in Germany. You are a race winner. Deutschland numero uno.
P1 Sebastian, P1.
P1, Kevin P1, unbelievable. Kevin, you won your home Grand Prix. Little Manino finishes in P2, Panos in P3, Can in P.
Second, Nino's off the podium.
Nino's off the podium, so it's Can W, Panos and Tevap Titi in the podium. What an unbelievable race we saw here today. Unbelievable race. Race of the century here today in the EFL.
Britain was probably race of the century.
Little Manino has left ending, but this was amazing ending also.
Solid though, that was great.
That was I'm in goosebumps at the moment. Jesus.
Well, I'm not in goosebumps because I'm a racer, not a commentator, but you know.
Unbelievable, but that was a crazy ending for this race. As I said to the stream, to the viewers before this race will go down as one of the century's greatest races in EFL, and I kept my word, and it is, as you have a German driver, Tevap Titi, winning the race ahead of his home stadium, around his home track, home country. He'll be champagning and campaigning here today after this race, partying with the ladies. Ladies are going to be in bed begging for that Teva's big cock. As P2 is going to be Panos and P3 is going to be Can W, the other German driving lining up the grid. The top podium.
Well, that just happened.
As a big cock, I meant big rooster. As you can buy big roosters in a chicken shop. As anyways, Tevap Titi has won this race from Panos, as Can W is in P3, Little Manino P4,
what you buy
Gavin in P5.
It's none of my business.
P6 is Pierre, P7 is Louis W, P8 is Jack Meyer. What else? Oh yeah, P9 is DNFs from American to New Zealand Cam. Yeah, I mean chicken shops. There's a famous chicken shops in Germany. That's
Eric, mate, what do you go to Bangkok for your chicken?
We're not going there. I mean, sake $5. Yeah. Anyways, we're not going for that. As we're gonna invite the podium interviewers to the party. As unbelievable, we saw Tevap Titi winning in Germany, German driver winning in Germany here today, ladies and gentlemen. As we're gonna have Can W, and who finished? Panos. We're gonna get Panos to the interview booth. So Panos finished again. We have to invite Panos, and we got a podium driver Teva. So we'll see is he gonna come to party or not. But he is gonna be ahead of his home crowd, home stadium. So as we're gonna invite Panos to the party, and also we're gonna invite Can W to the party here today. We're gonna give them a few minutes to come, and then we might end the stream. But as we have Panos getting his first podium ever in EFL. Panos, unbelievable job. Do you have your voice showing on?
Hi.
Hi, do you have your voice showing on?
What can't really hear you for some reason?
You got voice sharing now.
Voice showing?
Yes.
Okay, and Tevap Titi, the race winner has joined the party. Teva, you won ahead of thousands in attendance, millions watching at home, from Angela Merkel to the government of Germany. You took them to promised land. You won the race in Germany. How are you feeling at the moment? And you closed the gap to Alfonso in the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
So how are you feeling winning your home race? Tell us about the race. Tell us about the qualifying. Tell us about the strategies to start with soft tires.
Yeah. Good lap and quali on the soft. Arguably not the best race tire, but still managed to make a little gap to the guys behind. Then I think in lap 2 it was a safety car. I decided to change tires quite quickly and go for the hot, for the hard tire, and was I think P7 or 8 after the pit stop, and
P7.
was looking what is competition doing, and after Alfonso spun in a unnecessary move, I guess, from my point of view, like what I saw was not very smart. He spun and his teammate crashed into him because of him. So
Talking
Alonso's
about
pain, Cheva's gain.
Alfonso's pain, Silva's gain. That's gonna be the new saying of EFL if you win the Drivers' Championship this season. But you said not the best tire to start on the soft tire. So were you calculating that the safety car would come at least once or twice in this race? Was that your strategy all along? That safety car would come at some point of the race for you?
Arguably in that league it's quite often that the safety car comes out, so somehow it was a calculated risk.
It was a calculated risk. Thank you very much. Your race winner, Cevav Tsitsi, we're gonna come back to him a little bit later on when we're gonna hear the national anthem of Germany. But Panos, second race in EFL, first podium, second place. Not the best qualifyings, but you made it stick in a race. So how are you feeling at the moment? And tell us about the race you had with Gavin, Can W, Lewis W for like 34 laps.
Well, it was a nice race in general, but you know I did a lot of mistakes in quali. I really hoped for like a P7 or something better. In the race, my pace was also bad, especially at the start. After that, I got kind of the hang of it. It was quicker. Now, I really didn't expect all the safety cars. I was hoping that we would have like one safety car and race, but it wasn't the case. There were some weird incidents, but yeah, in the end I managed to like stay focused, although I had the wind damage 2 times. Like at the end I had also wind damage, but it was it wasn't anything major, so I was able to drive normally. In the end it was the racing was quite weird, the defending was questionable, but it was, I believe, just at the limit of what we would call racing. So yeah, that's it. I managed to do some nice tricks.
Well, thank you very much. Good job for P2. And ladies and gentlemen, before we end the stream, we're gonna hear the winner drivers, winner constructors national anthem. So please quiet down for the national anthems of Germany and England. God save the Queen. Congratulations for Sevap Cici and Williams team for winning the Grand Prix, and those were the national anthems of Germany and UK God Save the Queen. Congratulations for Panos for P2 and Candaby for P3 position. And thank you for all the viewers and drivers who participated here today in Hockenheim Ring. I was your owner and commentator of EFL, Eric the Lightning Salama, and next week it's going to be round 12 in Hungary. So wherever you are in the world, good night, good morning, good day, and I'll see you again next week in Hungary. So hasta la vista, baby. Okay.